I never felt tomorrow closing in this fast. Oh, I guess time's in a rush. Leaves are falling down, but at least they grow back, while I'm on a one-way track. Now I know what it means to grow old. Yeah, now I know the time I've got, it is just enough to get by. Yeah, it is just enough to get by.
Hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the Maplewood Legacy part 14. We are beginning off today's episode in a completely different location. Amaya, Ethan and Oscar have arrived on holiday in Mount Komorebi. They have come here on vacation for 3 days. They're going to be spending some time together, and this is also their first family vacation altogether too. Amaya was just doing some painting on her sketch pad. She was sitting outside and painting the lovely scenery that is around the rental house. This rental home is so pretty though. This is where they are going to be staying for the next 3 days. It's nearly 10 AM in the morning, so these guys are going to get going very soon and they're going to start exploring Mount Komorebi and doing lots of fun activities together. However, first I think I need to go ahead and introduce you to toddler Oscar, because he is now aged up from an infant into a toddler. I did decide to age him up into a toddler so then he could enjoy the vacation as well, since as an infant he wouldn't have been able to do very much. So I did decide to age him up and he looks so cute. He looks so much like Ethan for sure. And also when I aged him up, he did age up with the inquisitive trait. I did decide to randomize it, and he also got the wanderer quirk, so whenever you put him down he wanders off just like that. He just goes running away every single time. However, I think it's time that we begin this vacation. These guys did arrive here last night, so they are all refreshed and ready to go for the day. Ethan is just saying to Amaya, so what are we going to get up to today? You have the whole plan mapped out for the holiday. And I think Amaya is saying, I was thinking today we could go up to the slopes and do some sledding, and maybe we could try out some snowboarding or skiing as well before we head up to the snowy part of Mount Komorebi. These guys are just going to take a quick walk over to the main town square of this area of town. They're going to go and see if they can spot Yama-chan, and there is Yama-chan right there as well, which is great. So I think they are going to get a picture with Yama-chan. Ethan is also going to come over here and he's going to quickly check the festival schedule and learn a bit about the skiing and snowboarding. Oscar has come over to Yama-chan to ask for a selfie, so Oscar's going to take a picture with Yama-chan. That's so cute. Ethan is going to get a picture of Yama-chan and Oscar together. Look at Oscar smiling. He's so cute. So Ethan will take some pictures and then we can frame them once we get home. And one more thing before we do head up to the slopes is I am going to get Amaya to buy some Simmy capsules, so then she can collect some of these. I think she would like to keep some of them as some memories, and also she'd like to get some to give to Oscar as well, and maybe Ethan too. So we'll purchase a few of them. I think it looks like it got stuck. We could try and shake it, but honestly I don't think I want to take any chances with Amaya dying by the vending machine, so I think we will come back later when hopefully it's no longer stuck. However, we are now going to head up to the slopes because it's now 1 PM and I'd like to take Oscar to do some sledding, so I will meet up with the family once again when they do arrive. We have now arrived over at the slopes and Ethan is actually actually just about to bring Oscar up onto the bunny slopes to do some sledding. He wants to quickly go on the sled with Oscar because I recently discovered that you can actually go sledding with toddlers. I didn't know that you could do that. I don't know if it's a new thing or not, but I think that's super cute. So we will go one time with Oscar because after this, Ethan is going to go ahead and do some skiing for a bit. Since Ethan has never been to Mount Komorebi before, so I think he would like to do some skiing whilst he has the chance to. And Amaya is at the bottom waiting to get a picture of them. Here we go. They are both going to hop into the sled. Hopefully Oscar enjoys going on the sled. Fingers crossed. Here they go. And Amaya also managed to get a picture of them as well. Oscar does have his eyes closed, but at least we managed to get one. It's getting pretty late now though, so I think Ethan is going to go off and do some sledding. So he's going to go skiing on the easy slopes for now, and we'll get him to do it continuously. We'll just do medium intensity. So we'll catch up with Ethan in a second, but I think that Amaya is actually going to take Oscar to do some sledding, and we're going to take him on the one that doesn't have the slopes this time. Amaya did grow up in Mount Komorebi, so I can imagine that these slopes are very familiar to her. She probably also came on here quite often as a child, so I feel like she's probably loving the fact that she's able to also bring Oscar and take him sledding as well. I love watching my Sims do activities like this. I think it's so cute. I think we should get them to build a snow pal together. We'll just build it over here and they can spend the rest of the time building a snow pal together. And then I think we should go and check up on Ethan and see what he's up to. He's actually feeling quite sad right now. It says not as ready as I thought, so I think he may be finding it a bit harder than he expected. But we'll follow him down and see how he does. He doesn't seem to be too bad. He hasn't fallen off just yet. Can he go up the slope though? He can. He nearly fell off then though. Amaya and Oscar have finished their snow pal. It looks really good though. They did a good job. They have run back over here now though to come and meet up with Ethan because they are going to get heading back to the main town area as it's getting pretty late and they are going to be heading out for a meal this evening. Ethan has also finished his skiing as well, but he's now got sore feet from his equipment, from his skiing equipment. Amaya is just grabbing some more simmy capsules before they do go. Hopefully these ones don't get stuck. I think she's going to grab 4. We'll try and grab 1 more. We have 3 uncommon, so I'd like to try and get her to get maybe a common or a rare one. She managed to get a common one, so we'll keep them for now and maybe we can get some more once we come back. It's now 8 PM though, so these guys are going to get heading to the restaurant they're going to be going to this evening and we can enjoy a nice meal with these guys. We have now arrived over at the restaurant and unfortunately it is raining now. The weather was so nice and sunny earlier. It's now raining, but luckily we're going to be inside so the wet weather won't affect the evening too much. Ethan is just requesting a table. This restaurant is so nice. It seems really peaceful in here. Everyone's taking their seat and looking through the menu. We will also order for the table straight away so then it has enough time to come out. I think for drinks, I think Amaya and Ethan are going to get themselves some wine. I think actually they're going to treat themselves to some more expensive wine as they are on vacation. As for their meals, I think that Amaya is going to get some salmon maki roll and I think that Ethan is going to go for the miso ramen. That is what he's going to go for. I can imagine Ethan probably said to Amaya, what should I order? You know the best food here, right? And she probably said, you should so order the miso ramen. It's so good here. I used to get it all the time and I think it will be a dish that you like. So Ethan decided to order that. I think we should get Amaya to talk to Oscar. Maybe we can talk about his day and Amaya can say to Oscar, did you enjoy the sledding today? Amaya's also probably saying to Ethan, how did you get on with your skiing? Did you find it fun? And Ethan's probably saying, it was pretty good, but a bit harder than I expected it to be. Our food has just arrived, so we're quickly going to give Oscar his as well. I'm just going to have to give him some apple juice and a sandwich, but he looks more than happy with that, so we can sit down and eat ours as well. Hopefully it's nice and they all enjoy it. I would love it if at some point you'd be able to order food for toddlers at restaurants too. I can definitely see it working if you add a high chair to the table. It's really nice seeing them all have a meal together though, and having Oscar actually join in with us too. I'm so glad that he's now finally growing up and he's now a toddler. When I play with the infants, I realise how hard they are hard to look after compared to the toddlers now. I definitely prefer it now that Oscar has grown up a little bit. I also just realized that Oscar's hair actually has darkened quite a lot since he was an infant. It's definitely matching more of Ethan's color now. He has the same hair color as Ethan and also the same eye color as Ethan too. He looks a lot like Ethan for sure. I think Ethan's probably saying to Amaya, I've had such a good vacation so far. Mount Komorebi is so nice. I can see why you wanted to bring us here. And Amaya is actually also going to say, I was thinking for tomorrow, maybe we could head to the park and maybe we could go for a walk and have a look at the scenery. I think we should stay more in the rural areas. And Ethan's just going to say, I think that's a good idea. I think it would be nice to take Oscar to the park as well. Hopefully the weather will be good tomorrow too. But they have now finished their meal and it is now getting pretty late. It is midnight, so we are going to end the meal and pay for the bill, and we are going to get heading home. So these guys are going to head back to the rental home and we will meet up with them once again when they do arrive. We have now arrived back home. Ethan is taking Oscar to bed and Amaya is going to go and take a shower and get into her PJs. It's super late now though, so Ethan is going to read Oscar a book and he is going to head to sleep for the night. Oscar loves his bedtime stories. He always asks them before he goes to sleep at night. And Amaya is in here. She is about to go to sleep, but before she does, she's quickly going to open her simi capsules that she got today, and hopefully she gets some good ones that she can keep on her desk, and hopefully give a couple to Oscar as well. The first one we got is Yamachan, the gold Yamachan. I think Amaya is probably going to keep that one. We got another Yamachan, so we got the normal Yamachan and the gold Yamachan. We also got a gnome, and then lastly we got the Princess Cordelia. I think we will give Oscar Yamachan. I think that one would be perfect for him, or maybe the gnome. We'll have to give it to him as a gift tomorrow. But I think it is now time that we head to sleep because it is very, very late and these guys do need to wake up tomorrow ready to head to the park, and also they're going to go on a little bit of a hike. But I think they have all enjoyed their first day of vacation a lot. They still do have a couple of days here and so much more to do, so we will catch up with them again in the morning. It is now the next day and the sun is shining. Luckily, the weather is really nice again today. These guys are going to come and grab some breakfast. Ethan has made omelettes for everyone this morning. And then today we are going to be heading out to the park and we're going to be heading out on a walk as well. I think Amaya would like to take these guys round and have a look at some of the beautiful scenery around Mount Komorebi. So we'll get Oscar dressed and ready for the day. We'll change his outfit and I think today he can wear this outfit, and then after that I think I'm gonna get Amaya to give Oscar a gift if we can. So we'll give a gift, a friendly gift, and we will give him Yamachan, who we got in our simi capsule, and he can keep that in his room as a souvenir from the vacation. So Amaya's gonna say, look what I've got for you, I've got you a present. Look at this little toy that you can keep in your room, and we'll get him to come and give Amaya a hug, and we can also get him to blow a kiss as well. That's so cute. I think we should get him to do that. Maybe Amaya taught him how to do that. But it looks like everyone is all ready to go now though, so we are gonna head down to the park now and we can spend the day there, and hopefully there'll be some things for Oscar to do there. We have now arrived at the park and this park has been renovated and it looks so pretty, and luckily there is actually a slide here for Oscar to play on, so we can play with him. We'll get Ethan to come and help toddler climb. We can help Oscar. Also, there is this really cute wedding arch here as well. That's so cute. I feel like Amaya maybe come over and fantasize about weddings and probably think about her own wedding, and she's getting pretty excited about that. She's feeling very happy actually after seeing the wedding arch. She's probably gonna have to think about planning her own wedding soon. And here comes Oscar down the slide. Ethan is gonna catch him at the bottom. I think that Amaya and Ethan are gonna come and sit down together whilst Oscar does play on the slide. I think we are just gonna get Ethan to ask Amaya about her day and just say, so how are you enjoying the vacation so far? And Amaya's probably saying, I'm having a great time actually. I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about coming back here, as I really didn't plan on coming back here anytime soon, but I wanted to bring you guys on vacation here and honestly I've had the best time. And Ethan's probably saying, I'm so glad, honestly I can see why you wanted us to come here. This place is so beautiful. Amaya is saying, I'm so glad to see that Oscar is also enjoying it so much as well. He's also having a great time here too. Even though I don't have the best memories leaving this place, I'm really happy that I'm able to make fun and good memories with you guys here. And I think I have briefly explained in the past that Amaya did leave Mount Komorebi and her memories of the place aren't that great. She really wasn't sure if she wanted to come back here or not. And even though she is glad that she did, I think a lot of the memories still stick in her head. I think in the back of her mind still though, Amaya is a bit worried and cautious about bumping into some people who she doesn't particularly want to bump into while she's here, but she's just trying to keep that out of her mind and just enjoy the time she's having here. And I think that she is actually really enjoying it, and I think that she may actually potentially come back here again, which I don't think she ever thought she would think or feel towards this place anymore. Amaya needs to quickly use the bathroom, so I'm gonna get her to do that, and then I think it's time that we start going on a hike now, as it's now the afternoon. So I think Ethan is gonna come over to Oscar and say, are you ready to go? We're gonna go for a bit of a walk now. He's just been non-stop playing on the slide. I'm gonna get Ethan to pick Oscar up, and here comes Amaya as well. So I think we will start heading over here, and there is a hike sign over here. I think we are gonna hike to the bamboo forest. So they're gonna get walking, and they're just gonna spend some very quiet and peaceful time walking around. And the scenery around here is actually so pretty. Oscar is also with them too. I'm just having to try and teleport him around because he can't unfortunately join the hike because I think he walks so slow. And we've also just stopped, and I don't know what these are. They're walking straight past them, but I have never seen these before. I'm not too sure what's going on. There's also a really weird creepy bug. It looks like Amaya is actually getting attacked by the bugs. Okay, this isn't great. She seems to be fine now. I think that was the hike through the bamboo forest. We was just walking through the bamboo forest, I think, because the hike has now finished. I'm not too sure if you can walk anywhere else. I think you can walk around there as well, but I think that will have to be a hike for another day, either maybe tomorrow or once they do come back here. But it is now the evening time, so I think we are gonna get heading back to the lodge now. And Oscar is actually feeling really tired, so I think he is gonna go home and relax. Maybe head to sleep very soon as well. Amaya has actually planned to head to the cafe, which is near the rental. She's just gonna head there for some quiet time, and she's gonna do some painting probably and just grab a coffee. It's now around 7 p.m. and Amaya has arrived at the cafe in town. She's decided to come here for some quiet time, as Oscar and Ethan are both very tired from today, so they've just decided to stay at the rental, and Amaya's come out for a coffee and she's just gonna sit in the sun and relax. Amaya's gonna work on a paint from reference painting, so I think she's gonna take a picture of this here. This is really pretty. So she's just gonna sit and work on her sketch as the sun sets, very peaceful and relaxing. As Amaya is doing her sketching, someone has come over to her and just said, "Excuse me, miss." Amaya has stopped her painting and just glanced up, and she's looked up and gone, "Dad, is that you?" Oh my gosh, Amaya, I didn't expect to see you here. What are you doing back in Mount Komorebi? What are you doing here? And in this moment, Amaya is feeling very awkward. Amaya is definitely in a lot of shock right now, and she's feeling a bit embarrassed and uncomfortable, and she doesn't really know how to feel right now that she has bumped into her dad at the cafe. Her dad noticed her sitting down and has come over and said, "Amaya, what are you doing here?" And she's just like, "Dad, what are you doing here?" Amaya was definitely not expecting to bump into her dad right now. It's not something she intended on doing. Amaya, I'm so shocked to see you. I thought you wasn't going to be coming back to Mount Komorebi. Why are you here? I decided to come here on vacation. I really wanted to come and visit. Why have you come over to talk to me? And why are you around this area of town? I thought you didn't like it around here. Well, I sometimes come to this cafe, and I thought this evening I would. And if I'm being honest, I saw you sitting here and I just really wanted to come over and say hello. I mean, we haven't seen each other for 5 years. I feel like right now is the perfect perfect time to explain what is going on. This here is Amaya's dad, Takashi. He has lived in Mount Komorebi his whole life and has, along with Amaya's mother, raised Amaya for her whole life. And unfortunately, I feel like this may be a bit of an awkward encounter because these two don't really get along and they're not on the best of terms right now. They haven't spoken to each other for about 5 years in person, maybe potentially over the phone a couple of times with Amaya's parents trying to reach out to her. However, they did all end on quite a bad note when Amaya did leave Mount Komorebi to head to Evergreen Harbour, and that is because Takashi, he is very proper in his ways. He wanted Amaya to stay in Mount Komorebi. Takashi wanted to keep the family very traditional. He wanted to make sure that Amaya raised her children and got married to someone who lived in Mount Komorebi. He wanted her to stay here and get a job here. He's very old-fashioned, very traditional, and wanted to carry on following them ways, along with wanting Amaya to also follow them traditions as well. And Amaya did not want to do that. She wanted to go off and travel. She wanted to go and look for work elsewhere. She wanted to leave Mount Komorebi, and that is what she did decide to do in the end. But unfortunately for her, that did cause a very sour relationship with her parents, as they both had very different views to what Amaya had and how she wanted to live her life. But I think now that they are both sitting here face to face, I think they may have a bit of a catch up and kind of just talk about what they have been getting on with their lives whilst they haven't been seeing each other. And as they do, Takashi is actually gonna say to Amaya, I know we are not on the best terms and I know you may not want to see me very much, but I would really appreciate it, and I think your mother would as well, if you could please come round our house for dinner if that is possible for you. I think your mother would be so happy to see you. And I actually think in this moment when Amaya is sitting opposite her dad, I think the emotions she is feeling is telling her to actually say yes to Takashi's answer. Secretly, deep down the last few years, Amaya has definitely missed her parents a lot. She's definitely a very family person and she loved her parents so much as she was growing up. I think she's always regretted how the relationship did turn out between them all. So I actually think in this moment she is going to say, actually dad, I would love to come round yours for dinner. I'm here in Mount Komorebi for a couple more days. I'd actually be really happy to do that. Even though she's still looking quite sad, I just think she doesn't really know how to process what's going on right now. And I think Amaya is also actually going to say as well, since I don't think she's going to want to go alone, she, I think, is going to find this quite hard. Actually, would it be okay if I bring my fiance and my son along? They've come on vacation with me and I wouldn't want to leave them alone. Is that okay with you? And I think Takashi is actually going to get a bit choked up and he's going to be like, a son? What do you mean? You have a son and a fiance? I think he definitely wasn't expecting Amaya to say that at all. I do actually, dad. My fiance's name is Ethan and I have a son called Oscar. He's currently 3 years old. I feel like Amaya's dad is going to say, I can't believe you didn't tell me about this, not even over the phone. I mean, that's kind of important, Amaya. You have a son and a fiance. How does 4 p.m. sound for you tomorrow evening? Is that okay? We still live in the same home, so no need for a new address. I'm looking forward to it, Amaya. It's really lovely to see you again. So the decision has been made. Amaya is going to head to her parents' house at 4 p.m. tomorrow, and her dad has actually said goodbye to her and also given her a kiss on the cheek as well, and a hug, which is really sweet. As I said, they aren't currently on the best terms, but maybe potentially Amaya's dad has changed his mind about the whole situation, because I actually did just get the family dynamic supportive up, and Takashi was never supportive of Amaya before, but maybe since they've had a catch up and Amaya has told her dad what she's been getting on with her life and her family, etc., I think maybe he's actually changed his mind, and I'm definitely going to say yes to this family dynamic because I'm really happy that it's turned out this way for the both of them. Amaya is now walking back, and even though she is feeling quite sad, she still does have a part of her that's feeling quite upset about the situation. Overall, she's actually walking back with a smile on her face, and I think she's actually really happy with how the conversation turned out. But I definitely think that Amaya's dad is beginning to change the way that he feels towards Amaya. Even though he didn't agree with what she chose to do 5 years ago, now I think actually actually he may have a different opinion on that, and potentially Amaya can actually rekindle the relationship between her mum and her dad, which would be really nice. Amaya has arrived back home now though to the rental, and I think she's gonna come in and tell Ethan the news straight away. Ethan is sitting here watching some TV, but I think that she is gonna come over and actually give Ethan a hug and just say, "You will not believe what just happened to me." And he's probably gonna say, "What do you mean?" "I was sitting at the cafe and you won't believe my dad came and I bumped into him." And Ethan is looking really shocked. Amaya's probably gonna say, "He sat down and had a chat with me. He actually invited me over for dinner tomorrow evening and I hope you don't mind, but I did say yes." And I think Ethan's actually gonna say, "That's great, I'm so happy that you said yes. And I really hope you don't mind, but I did also invite you and Oscar along too." And I think Ethan is more than happy with that. He's gonna say, "Really, that is amazing. I'm so excited." And Amaya's kind of saying, "Thank you so much. I'm really nervous." And Ethan's probably saying, "I can't believe you bumped into your dad. Was he angry at you? Like, how did it go?" And Amaya's gonna say, "Actually, he seems to really have changed his opinion. I told him about you and Oscar and he seems quite supportive of everything that's gone on." However, that is where I'm going to be ending today's episode here. I really hope that you did enjoy. So next episode, it seems as if these guys are going to be heading to Amaya's parents' house and having a meal with them before they do head home back to Evergreen Harbour. So I'm really hoping that the meal next episode is going to go well. But other than that, thank you so much for watching today's episode. I really hope that you did enjoy. I hope that you have a great rest of your day and I will see you again very soon. Bye!